So my name is Julia Sheldon, and this is me taking my first steps on the continent of Antarctica about 3 months ago. And I'm going to take you on a little journey as to how I got there and show you some photographs that I took along the way. I first must confess that I have a hard time separating my adventures in the world with my time inside these campus buildings here at Walker's, where I have truly, I feel like, grown up alongside my students for these past 27 years. And it's so great to see so many of my current students who maybe had to come to this, but anyway, you're still here. And former students, I see you around here with us today, so thank you for coming. In my teaching, I try to engage students in science by showing them that science is approachable, interesting, relevant, and sometimes even awe-inspiring. So awe can be defined as the emotion we experience when we encounter vast mysteries that we don't understand. And one of those mysteries might be, why are zebras and wildebeest best friends? And awe is an incredible feeling. And I hear the drums upstairs, just in time. And experiencing awe expands our thinking, resilience, empathy, and creativity. And it's an emotion I don't think we feel enough of these days, due largely to the instant gratification provided by our modern technology. I remember that when I was a girl, I felt awe when I watched National Geographic specials on TV. Maybe there are some of you out there too that remember that. They made the world feel magical. A few years ago, I heard about a teacher fellowship with National Geographic, but I was sad to see that it recognized excellence in geographic education, and I was not a geography teacher. I wasn't qualified, and because I was a Walker's woman, I applied anyway, and I got it. And this experience kicked off my forays into the world of awe. As a result, I've been on 3 incredible expeditions with National Geographic, the first one to the Arctic, where the effects of climate change on this precious place became starkly evident to me. As part of my fellowship, I proposed and taught a new interdisciplinary class here at Walker's called Arctic Studies. I need to give a shout out to the class of 2015, several of whom were in that first class. I don't know if any of them are here. Maybe they didn't. But this is them, and I'll be sure to show them that picture I wasn't. This was on like an 80-degree day. After that, I jumped on 2 opportunities to explore the Galapagos Islands with National Geographic and to bring those experiences back to my students. So here's a photo of me with my bestie, some of you may recognize, fellow Walker's teacher, Dr. Suzanne Piella, in a place that all science teachers dream of visiting. And we soaked it all in. So we saw Darwin's finches. We saw marine iguanas, the only lizards that swim in the ocean on Earth. We saw so many boobies. This is a blue-footed booby, a Nazca booby, a red-footed booby, and even baby boobies. The animals were, as you can see here, they were unafraid. They didn't get out of our way. We had to get out of their way. And they were amazing. And they inspired me to take my teaching about our planet in a broader direction. So the Arctic Studies class morphed into an interdisciplinary elective about climate change. And I also nudged around to find ways to have each student at Walker's gain foundational knowledge about this important issue. I'm proud that this year, I have started teaching a 10th grade seminar on sustainability that allows me to do just that. And I'd like to give a special shout out to my current seminar students who are here with us today. So this school year has been a big one for me, teaching climate change and this new seminar. And I had the opportunity to visit 2 more amazing places on our planet. So in October, I traveled to Serengeti National Park in Tanzania, where I fell in love with lions. So I have to show you a couple of lion pictures, if you'll allow me. I learned yet more lessons about how climate change is affecting another precious and unique place on our planet. I also couldn't get through this talk without mentioning birds. My students will probably roll their eyes at me. But I fell in love with birds in the Arctic and have now become, I think, the bird lady of walkers. And I need to show you a couple more African birds. So this is called a hammercock. These are little bee eaters. A white-billed stork. A secretary bird, the name, wherever he is. And a woodland kingfisher. And then finally, over the past 2 years, I have participated in a unique leadership program called Homeward Bound that culminated with a trip to Antarctica in February. Homeward Bound was founded to create a global network of women with a background in STEM who wish to work together to solve our planet's greatest challenges. Homeward Bound teaches a model of leadership that seeks to change what we are seeing from leadership in the world today. It emphasizes inclusivity, collaboration, critical thinking, and long-term care for our planet and for future generations. Homeward Bound taught me that leaders who cultivate a sense of awe within themselves can enable a culture of collective purpose and connection. This strengthened sense of belonging can ultimately lead to a sustainable future for us all. In the power of awe, we can find both our inspiration and our path forward. This was supposed to be the path forward. So Antarctica, with its breathtaking natural beauty, served as an ideal backdrop for this mission. And most importantly, it gave me hope. It is a place where the sheer scale of wilderness and diversity of life compelled me to reflect on my responsibilities and inspired me to act. In the presence of such awe, we are reminded of what's at stake and what we stand to gain in preserving our worlds. Thank you.